Take a look at problem 2. It says just simply write the number as a product of tens. Now this is 10 to the 5th power. Do you have that on your paper?
Yes.
Okay, so I just beside it, I want you to write equals. And then how many tens would I need to multiply here? 5 of them. So I'm going to go 10 times 10 and make sure I have 5 on there. And then put another equals, and we'll write the actual answer or the product to the problem. So the answer is what?
100,000.
How did you get that so fast?
Because we
Yes. You just put 5 zeros on the end of a 1, didn't you? Okay, now, how is this different from this?
that you're adding tens.
I am. So what would the answer to this be? 50. 5 groups of 10 is repeated addition. Sometimes kids will go, oh, that's 50. When they see 10 to the 5th power, they think, oh, that's 50. You're right, it is 5 tens, but we aren't adding them together. What are we doing? And things get way larger, way faster when you multiply, okay? Take a look at problem 3. So it says, work with your partner to write this expression using an exponent on your personal board. Well, you got a paper instead of your board, don't you? Do you see this problem? Everybody find it? Corbin, turn your paper over. This is problem 3, right? Do you see it? Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to substitute. We're not going to call this 10 to the 1st power, okay? But I want you to substitute a power of 10 for that number and rewrite the problem. So I want you to write 10 times 10 to the blank power. So how do you know which exponent to put on there? Aubrey? How do you know which exponent to put on the 10?
It's on your chart.
It's on your chart, true, but there's an easier way.
2 zeros.
2 zeros. If I see 2 zeros, then I'm going to put 10 to the 2nd power. Okay? Now what's the answer to this? I think I'm going to look at my actual problem to figure out the answer. And I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 zeros. So what do we have here?
2,000.
You're close. 1 times 1 is still 1, right? So 1,000. A 1 with 3 zeros. Okay, so that was sort of backwards what we did before. Okay, keep going. This is getting more fun. Okay, I know, I love it. So 3 times 10 to the 2nd. First thing I want you to do is rewrite the problem without the exponent. So if I'm going to write 10 to the 2nd as a number, not the power of 10, what number would it be? Aubrey just told us, sort of. What number? 100. So just write 3 times 100 and then write the answer. That's a zero trick right there. Yeah. And we're going to go back and forth today between zero trick and decimal trick, and everything has a trick today. So on this one, 3 and 4/10 times 10 to the 3rd. Let's rewrite it without the exponent. So 3 and 4/10 times what, Alondra? 10 to the 3rd is what number?
It's 1,000.
It's 1,000. Now, you can look at your chart or you can look right up here above the board. I see 10 to the 3rd, and what number do I see? Okay, so do I get to use my zero trick here? Yes or no? I can just add zeros to the number then?
No.
No. Their answer is no. Okay, Cooper, quit acting like that. So 3 4/10, and I'm going to hop that decimal how many places to the right? 3 places. I want to rewrite this so I have room. 1, 2, 3. See why I rewrote it? Because I don't want to run into my multiplication sign. So the answer to this, and someone besides Cooper, tell me how to say this number. How do you say it? Just tell me.
3,400.
3,400. Okay? So with the zero trick, with the decimal trick. Let's do the same thing, but we're dividing this time. Are you still on the same page?
Yes.
So you don't have to rewrite your decimal trick. You already have it. Okay. So what's the first step, boys and girls, when you see a problem? Rewrite it. Kaden, rewrite it. With the zeros, not the exponent. Okay. So 700 divided by what? What's 10 to the second? Guys, I need you with me. I need you answering. I don't have time to pull sticks. We're a little bit behind. So what trick will I use on this problem? Zero or decimal?
Zero.
Why can I use the zero trick?
Because
Jaden? There's zeros in both numbers. There's no decimal. Use it. How many will I cross off?
2.
Okay, so the answer, which you could have done that one in your head. Am I teaching you a strategy for when things get harder? Yes, I am. Okay, so the next one, rewrite 10 to the second without the exponent. What do I write? Somebody tell me what 10 to the second is. 100. Okay. And this time, I will decimal hop which way?
Left.
How many?
2.
Okay. Do I have to fill in with anything?
0.
Okay. How do you say that number? Corbin, when you finish it, how do you say that number?
0 and 71 thousandths.
Okay, 71 thousandths is correct. Whose birthday is it today? Hannah's and Lupita's, right? They're probably turning 11. When I asked Lupita how old she was today, she did not say 0, 11, did she?
No.
We don't put zeros in front of numbers when we say them. We just do it when we write them at times. So you do not need to say 0 and 71 thousandths. You just get to say what, boys and girls?
71 thousandths.
71 thousandths. Okay, one more problem. This one's really fun. So I like increasing and decreasing patterns. That's what these are. So the first thing I look for is are my numbers getting larger or smaller? Cooper, don't work ahead. I'm going to give you a strategy, remember?
Larger.
They're getting larger. Even though there's less numbers here, it's still a greater amount. So 43 thousandths, 4 3/10, 430. So I know my pattern is multiply by. Go ahead and write that down. Remember, I'm teaching you a strategy. I want you to stay with me because it's going to get harder. So multiply by, and then I'm going to have to check these two to see how far that decimal moved. So I know what I'm multiplying by, okay? So all I have to do is go to 43 thousandths and hop it over to where it's in between the 4 and the 3. How many hops did you do that? Okay, how many hops did you make? 2. So what's 2 hops? 2 zeros. Or if I want to, and I want to make it more challenging for myself, what's the power of 10 called? 10 to the
second.
Okay, so my rule is multiply by 100. See if you can fill in these next 3, and then I will pull sticks. Do it yourself, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, table 1. Tell me what to write on the line after 430. 4,300. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is that what you wrote? Table 2, do you agree with them? No, why not?
So you have to add 2 zeros.
You have to add 2 zeros. Why did I add 2 zeros? Because why, class? Why did I add 2 zeros?
Because you're multiplying by 100.
Because you're multiplying by 100. Okay? Table 3. What do you write on the next line?
4,300,000.
You're right. 4,300,000. We had to add 2 more zeros. So we're adding 2 zeros each time. This is a repeating pattern. Okay, table 5. Do you want to answer this one? What about table 4? Do you want to answer it? Table 6. Would you?
Yes.
Okay, what do you want me to write here?
43,000. I mean, 43 million. You're 43 million.
How many zeros do you have on your number?
Oh, I need.
I thought so. She thinks she had 6 and she needs 1 more. Because this is increasing by 2. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 0. 430 what? Million. Okay, take a look at the next problem. Mine is way down, yours isn't very far. So my numbers are getting larger or smaller?
Larger.
Larger. So we will do what? Divide by something.
Divide by. Ooh, I know.
Now don't shout it out, but here's what I want you to do. You're going to have to check between 630 and 6 3/10. So, where's my decimal in 630? Okay, how far left did it move to end up between the 6 and the 3? Everybody hop it. How many place values did I move it?
2.
2. So it's divide by what?
100.
Or 10 to the
2.
what?
Second.
Second. Okay, because second grade comes after first. Remember? We don't go to 2 grade. Jen is not in grade. She's in grade 2, but we don't call it 2. We call it second. Okay, so what strategy will I use here on 6,300,000? Just tell me.
Minus 2 zeros.
Cross off 2 zeros, because it's a whole number. So I'm dividing by 100 here. And that gives me what number?
63.
Good. Now divide that by 100, and you probably get 630. Divide that by 100, and you probably get 6 3/10. So we just have to divide one more time by 100. How many place values will I move my decimal?
2.
Do I have to fill in with a 0?
Yes. So it's 0.
Mia, say this without saying 0 in front of it for me.
63,000.
Thousands. Good. Now here's what I told the kids in block 2. I just came up with this. I said the third place value, are you listening? Because this is a trick. The third place value to the right of the decimal starts with TH, right? Third. Got it? What is the word thousands start with? TH. So if you count over 1, 2, 3 with a TH, you can just automatically know it's thousands. Okay? All right.